The next topic we're going to discuss on Boxing Bros: will Terence Crawford become three-time undisputed champion at 154? So it's open for the taking. When you take a look at 154, with Jamel Charlo being stripped of the titles, you see that the IBF is currently taken by uh my brother here. I'll spare him butchering the name, but it looks like
Me, my
Bekarum. Bekarum. My man Bekarum Matavalev.
my man BM.
Bekarum Matavalev. He's the IBF world champion, as you can see. Um, Although Jamal Charlo is listed as the WBA Super World Champion, he's champion in recess, which means Israel Madrimov is the WBA World Champion, and the WBC champion is Sebastian Fundora, and the WBO World Champion is Sebastian Fundora. So as you can see, there's a path to undisputed for Terence Bud Crawford because he's fighting the WBA champion. Sebastian Fundora it is possibly going to take on Earl Spence. That's what it's looking like. And you have Baccarum with the IBF. So it's looking like undisputed may be in play for Terence Bud Crawford at 154. I'm gonna turn it over to you, Trill Dollar Bill.
Mm-hmm.
Where this is a crystal ball. That's what we do in Box Bros. You know, we jump way out there. We jump way out there. Oh, hold on. I do want to show the card that is projected for Terence Bud Crawford in Riyadh season. As you can see, Terence Bud Crawford is taking on Israel Madrimov. I apologize again if it's a mispronunciation. I'm just reading it the way I'm just saying it the way it looks like it's spelled. So he's 10-0 with 7 knockouts, and you see Bud has way more experience, but he's a decorated amateur, and he's very talented with knockout power. You see Tim Tszyu versus Virgil Ortiz. Virgil Ortiz stopped Delorme last night with a punch to the body. We all knew that fight was going to end that way, but this is a good fight. You got Pitbull Cruz versus Rayo Venezuela, and you got David Morrell. Where you at, Benavidez? Although I am president of the Benavidez 60. And you see David Morrell's on the card. Andy Cruz, the young man moving up fast and quick. And you have Andy Ruiz versus Gerald Big Baby Miller. So Trill Dollar Bill, just want to show everyone about that card. But what's your thoughts? Will Terence Bud Crawford become 3-time undisputed champion at 154 pounds?
First of all, that's an amazing card. That's the card that we should be having right there. I like that card. That's the card that I was paid money for. You know what I'm saying? That's a money, like when you buy pay $80 and you only paying for one fight, it's kind of like they robbing me. You know what I'm saying? This right here, every fight is it's interesting, and I like the card a lot. Somebody asked me how we feel about. We don't care as long as we get the good fights. But yeah, Will Terence Crawford.
That's August 3rd. It's scheduled to be on August 3rd. Just throwing the date out. Yeah.
Will Terence Crawford become 3-time undisputed champion? That he can. He can. It seems like it's open. I see that Charlo, he's going to move to 160. The way they just took his belts, they didn't even give him a chance. As soon as he lost, he was like, "Hey, you got a cease and disorder for all your belts." You know what I'm saying? So that's what happened. So yeah, I see that Charlo will go to 160, and it's open for Crawford because you got Earl gonna fight for Fundora. If that fight happens, the winner will most likely fight TC, especially with those guys being PBC guys. I think that fight is more likely to happen with TC, and then one of them guys can go and clear up and go get that IBF, or if TC wants, he can just go get the IBF right there, make a fight depending on who wins that. Say if Earl wins, and then TC goes and grabs that IBF belt after winning the WBA. Then you can set something up big, like, oh, now it's a double weight classes. So now you can't say nothing about the weight. You say he was too drained for this. Let's see how he can do at this weight class, and make that happen at Undisputed. So I think it is interesting. We can have another major fight with Undisputed in there, but I think TC can pull it off. It seems like That's what it's there for. It's open up for him right there. It's open for him. It's open belt season for TC.
I have to say, I see a path towards 3-time undisputed for Terence Bud Crawford. He's fighting Madrimal for the WBA. I think he'll win that fight, and I think he'll get the WBA. Now, Jermell Charlo is champion in recess, and to me, he's the biggest threat to Terence Bud Crawford if he decides to activate and challenge Terence Bud Crawford, which I don't think he's going to do. I'm with you, Trill. I think he's going to move up because 160 is open, especially if reports that rumors that were put out there by his brother, Jamal Charlo, is true. He's going to be moving up to 168. So that's going to leave 160 wide open. There's a vacant belt at 160 as is. So I think it's a WBA's vacant at 160. So we can just see him move right on up to 160 and compete for a title and get out of the shark-infested waters. Plus, he's been at 154 for a while, and it's possible he is draining himself to make the weight anyway. So I think Crawford will win and get the WBA. I don't think that Jermell Charlo is going to try to activate our fight for the WBA. Earl Spence, Sebastian Fundora. I think Terence Bud Crawford beats the winner of that fight. I think he beats Earl Spence again, and I think he beats Sebastian Fundora. So there's my take on that. And then the IBF with Brackerham. I apologize again if I'm mispronouncing the name, but I favor Terence Bud Crawford over him too. So to me, I give Terence Bud Crawford the edge over every fighter at the 154-pound division, including Tim Tszyu. And Tim Tszyu doesn't have the belts at this time. And Tim Tszyu is going to fight Virgil Ortiz instead of fighting Sebastian Fundora again, which there wasn't a rematch clause. And apparently there's a handshake rematch clause, apparently. And Sebastian Fundora has already said he'd like to fight Earl Spence. And so based on everything, I think we're going to be talking about Terence Bud Crawford being 3-time undisputed champion at 154. There's only one caveat, and there's only one thing that can stand in the way, and that's Father Time, because Terence Bud Crawford is up there in age. But he hasn't showed any signs of slowing down, and 154 looks wide open for Bud Crawford to do it again and make history.
Rider season. Let us know how you feel in the comment section. Please like and subscribe. Check us out on Instagram and Twitter. And please check out our podcast on all major streaming services. I'm the Commissioner Trill $. It's my brother, Caden. G forever. We the Boxing Bros.